Are you a dreamer? I say, are you a dreamer? I say, are you a dreamer? It's very, very important that you understand the things that I'm sharing with you today. I feel like I'm a man on a mission. I feel like God sent me to you for a reason. I am pregnant to deliver this word. Every time I get this word out, I feel a little bit better. Somebody needs this word. Somebody's life is going to be changed today. Somebody's on the verge of going to another level. You've been held up and held back and hindered by people who didn't understand where you were coming from because they didn't see it and they didn't perceive it and they didn't understand it. But God is getting ready to do something new and something fresh and something significant in your life. Oh, do you hear what I'm saying? If you're going to be effective, number one, you must identify the source of your dream. You must identify the source of your dream. Where did your dream come from? This is very important that you understand it because some of us have inherited dreams from parents and mentors and people who wanted to influence us and people who wanted to live vicariously through you. So they start pointing you toward what they think you ought to do. And if your dream is born through somebody else's desire, you could be destroyed trying to fulfill it. People always wanted a doctor in their family, and they always wanted a dentist in their family, and they always wanted a lawyer in their family. And so they decide they're going to steer you in that direction. And you're miserable trying to be something for which God didn't really call you to do, and you weren't created to do it, and you're frustrated trying to do something that's really not you. Somebody who wants grandkids before they die. And so you go out and marry somebody and get pregnant so mama can see her grandkids, and you end up miserable for 30 years to fulfill somebody else's dream of being. Oh, grandma says you got a preacher's head, and everybody starts sending you to Bible college, and you end up preaching for 20 years, but you're miserable and out of place because you really haven't fulfilled your dream. You've received the dream from other people. Domineering, overbearing, manipulative people who speak into your life and control you. Domineering husbands, domineering wives, manipulative people who try to make you be happy to be something that they want you to be, and you're living out somebody else's dream. And as long as you're living out somebody else's dream, you are a prisoner, a slave to their imagination, locked up to the prison of their idea, chained to their opinion, and you'll never be free. You might be rich, you might be famous, you might get the house on the hill, but you'll always be miserable until you find out, God, why am I here? What did you create me to do? What? Oh. You must identify the source of your dream. When you're identifying the source of your dream, you got to rule out dreams that are born out of brokenness. Dreams that are born out of bad beginnings. You're trying to prove something to your first husband. You're trying to show your first boyfriend that you can live without him. You're trying to show your sister that you made it without her support. You're trying to prove something to the neighbors across the street. You've been through abuse and you're trying to get even with life for something that it took you through. All these things are dreams that are not good dreams. They're nightmares. They end in agony and despair because they were not born correctly. These dreams are born out of the flesh. They're born out of fleshly issues and problems that take hold in your life, and they're born because you're trying to prove something to somebody who may not ever change their mind in the first place. You cannot allow somebody's opinion to become your idol. Can you handle this? You got to rule out dreams that are born out of your own fleshly desire to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized, to be different, to be impressive, to be accepted. Oh, it's getting tight now. This requires deep honesty. I mean, you might spend a year or two just going through this first point because it really takes some nerve to look yourself in the face and say, why am I doing this? And I mean, really be honest. Strip off all them little scriptures you wrapped around what you wanted to do and take a good naked look at why are you really doing this. If you don't get the nerve to ask yourself the tough question about where your dream came from, you're going to end up in a nightmare. Like Sarah, who ends up with an Ishmael by a woman that she later has to put out of her house because the whole thing was born out of the flesh. And God told Abraham, he said, I'm going to bless you, but I'm not going to bless you through anything that was born out of your flesh, born out of your pride, born out of your strife, born out of your need to be recognized. And some people need to understand that your life has been put on hold for years. The enemy couldn't stop you from going forward, but he let you have an Ishmael because he comes for three things: He comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. And if he can't destroy you, he'll try to steal your life away from you, getting you to spend your life trying to do something that is not going to be profitable. And the worst kind of servant you can be in the house of God is an unprofitable servant. Profit is what you have left when the transaction is over. You got to write fast because I'm loaded today, baby.